In this video, I'm going to break down the article titled Digital Democracy, written by DRYZEK and DRYZEK. The authors questioning about how the digital democracy classified as either authentic or virtual. First and foremost, the authors already emphasize on how digital democracy lack of in which leads to the opportunity for the reflection and exchange of view. Thus, digital democracy offers such promise as it may extend the effective franchise by opening up chance to people who wouldn't participate in the process of policy formulation, also broader to the public comment on rulemaking via agency website. The authors also stated about the digital democracy issue that more profound and complex, the degree to which democratic authenticity can be secured by the new technology. The terms authenticity means the degree to which a political setting features collective control that is substantive as opposed to symbolic, and is engaged by competent actors. Therefore, the authors indirectly state that policymaking process is an important role on defining the authenticity of digital democracy. Into the bargain, authenticity should have been promoted rather than being reduced. The filters that digital technology involves then the product is democracy that is virtual in the pejorative sense, as opposed to real. If the contrary ideas happen, the digital democracy will not be classified as authentic anymore. Speaking of the impact of digital democracy turned out to be the way of extending participation into civil society that beyond elected representative or political elites. It is indeed crucial to the well-being of democracy since civil society contains diverse groups with diverse interests. Then, the question pops up as what role is there for groups of any sort in a digital democracy? Since the electronic access presents among us with such goodness output, agency website can be reached by people without specific reference to groups. It means that participating individuals are exposed to the arguments of a group also attracted to it. However, at the present time, the authors stress about a little inducement within such exposure. It relates to the issue of environmental groups that may vanish into inaccessible individuals sitting in front of screens. It is proven by how the digital democracy simply works out with one single push button, or also known as electronic action on the internet electronic petition. The authors stress that electronic action is considered to be isolated, one way, and largely unthinking. Then it is in line with the Putnam's thesis regarding bowling alone focused on the consumption of social capital, in which a move to commenting depletes the political capital of a populace becoming ever more isolated. There are two main fundamental challenges that endorsers of digital democracy must face. The first one is to figure out how to reconcile the legitimate claims of groups as well as isolated individuals in the democratic process. The second one is the need to be deliberative. Speaking of the deliberative turn, in democratic thinking, the authors stress that reflective is important as opposed to unreflective preferences get expressed and addressed. One-way electronic participation considered to leave people in aggregative mode of democracy in which no engagement and no reflection followed. Therefore, efficiency undermines democracy. Many agencies like the idea of electronic participation because it is a low-cost budget way to meet regulatory requirements for public comment. And they consider that democracy digital turned out to be the cheapest mode. And then the potential is in open forum organized by groups in the public sphere, communicative, exchange with agency, public input that is engaged rather than filtered, and participated that builds group identity, social movement, and so both social and political capital. There lies possibility of an authentic and reflexive modernity. Otherwise, the danger is a digital democracy that involves only symbolic participation and truly undermines democratic authenticity.